Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and it is Tuesday, February 4th, February 5th, not sure which day it is, 2013. In this short YouTube video, I want to talk about the Schwinn AC Performance Plus, the Kaiser M3, and the Trac spinner blade. Now, this is our Studio Cycles World Headquarters. This is a facility like absolutely no other. There is no other business on the planet, in the free world, that remotely compares to what we do here. And for a number of reasons. We are an indoor cycling company. We have the only indoor cycling specific brick and mortar stores. We're the only company in the world that does pro level building. When you buy a bike online from any other website, period, point blank, they process your credit card, they grab one of these, and they throw it on a truck. You get it, you put it together like a piece of furniture from IKEA. If it doesn't work right, and a lot of times they don't, you call the website, they tell you to call the manufacturer, and the fun begins, okay? When you buy a bike from us, we take it out of the box, we take it apart completely from the inside out. We go entirely through the bike. Then the bike is fully assembled. We do drivetrain treatments. It's not unusual for us on a brand new bike to pull the flywheel out of the bike and replace a flywheel bearing, or replace a chain, or replace a belt, or replace a bottom bracket, because these are mass-produced commercial bikes built in China. And I've been doing these bikes for 15 to 20 years. I'm considered the foremost expert. I write all the tech manuals. I consult with all the big companies. And I've taught hundreds, thousands of classes. And I ride my ass is on a bike seat pretty much every day of my life. So what we do here is completely different than any other company. Okay? Our refurbishing process, same thing. I just posted a video to YouTube. This is a 2013, I'm sorry, not a 2013, it's a Generation 3 Trac Spinner Pro. And by all outward appearances, this bike looks great. It's 3 years old, and 99.999% of the used fitness equipment companies online, on eBay, on Backpage, Craigslist, they would take this bike and they would describe what they do to it as such. It's been cleaned and serviced. It's been inspected and cleaned, and you get a 30-day warranty. It looks good from a distance, but this bike has been rode hard and put away dirty. I call this a canvas, okay? Because I buy a lot of bikes, and this bike, if you look at it carefully and at the details, you know, the levelers are seized. There's some fairly serious corrosion. There are indicators to this bike that it's been through some hard miles, okay? And this is what we do. Now this is what the bikes look like when we're finished with our refurbishing process. I've been completely off topic, but I'll get right to what I was talking about. These are refurbished Trac Spinner Pros. Bead blasted, powder coated, completely rebuilt, lifetime warranties, brand new pedals. That's how we do it, okay? Wrinkle coat on the bases, wrinkle coat on the cranks. This bike is spotless from the inside out. I don't know if you can see under there or not. And then over here, if you go around here, this is our next batch from the same group of bikes. These are white Spinner Pros ready to be built back from the painters. So back to our comparison of the Plus, the M3, and the Blade. Okay? This is the M3 Plus. ISIS bottom bracket. Micro adjustable handlebars. Perimeter weighted flywheel. But the most amazing part of this bike, to me, is the handlebar. It's got one of the only ergonomically correct aero positions of any handlebar on the market. 4.5 handlebars, nice broad flat spots on hand position 3. This is a badass bike. And it has perimeter weighting, which is absolutely critical for aggressive inertia. This is the Kaiser M3. And they also make an M3 Plus. They call it the all-new M3 Plus, but it really is an M3 with a very strange handlebar and a light on the computer, okay? This bike has the lightest flywheel of any mainstream commercial bike. It produces no inertia. To me, it produces an up, down, up, down, up, down pedal stroke. And if you're petite and you raise the handlebars come out of the bike this way, not this way. Okay, so if you're petite and you want to bring the handlebars closer to you and you attempt to raise them, or you want to sit more upright, you're actually making the bike longer. Okay, to Kaiser's credit, they did implement magnetic resistance and a wattage function display, but that was 7 years ago, and it's a bit stale is how I've heard it described. But when you have no inertia in the flywheel and you get an up-down pedal stroke, especially if you're a runner, or you're older, like me, you want everything you do from a fitness perspective in your favor, okay? Aggressive inertia produces a fluid 360-degree pedal stroke with no top or bottom. That's what you want. If you're a runner and you haven't been told by a doctor you need invasive surgery, you may be able to rehab those aches and pains and creaks and moans and groans with aggressive inertia, fluid movement, and positive circulation. I see it all the time. Probably not going to happen on a bike with a light flywheel that produces no inertia. This is the 2013 Trac Spinner 2013 Trac Spinner blade. The blade has perimeter weighting. It has a very aggressive inertia producing drivetrain, which is key. To me, that's what separates an indoor group cycle from an exercise bike, is aggressive inertia that when you start pedaling, you're getting pulled by a freight train and you don't have a choice. That bike is producing a fluid 360 pedal stroke, which in turn is positive fluid movement, okay? The new blade has a handlebar that moves forwards. It does return to a neutral position. It doesn't go past neutral. It moves forward. But with the radical head angle, they claim that it gives you the space if you're petite. So I can tell you that for every Kaiser I sell 100 blades. For every blade I sell 200 ACs. The AC is a bike I consulted on. The AC Sport, the AC Performance, the AC Performance Plus. I've consulted on the blades, the NXTs. Schwinn and Trac collectively produce about 80% of the bikes in the industry. And they're both perimeter weighted, they're both chain driven, and it's what you're most likely to find in clubs. You'll have a lot of fitness trainers, a lot of neighbors telling you, I have a Kaiser, I love the Kaiser. Typically, I mean, there's a lot to like about the Kaiser, but when you compare it to dynamic-wise, to the Schwinn AC and the spinner blade, you can do the homework, okay? And we're the only company in the world, when you buy a blade or you buy an AC, we pro-build it and tune it prior to shipping. And if you buy a Kaiser or a Le Mans from us, we have to, actually Le Mans went bankrupt, they were bought by Hoist, whole nother story for another day. But if you buy a Kaiser from us, we will only ship it crated. Because if you ship this bike built and it gets laid on its side, it destroys the flywheel bearings. Call me directly, I'm the owner of the company. Here's some telephone numbers. Home office, 888-909-BIKE. Cell phone, 818-470-2204. My office is here in Hawthorne, 310-973-BIKE. I'm ready to talk to you. I want to thank you for watching this video, and best of luck to you on your road to health and fitness.